Hello students, myself Archana Varude from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. In last video, we studied about the center tap full wave rectifier, and in this video we are going to study about the full wave bridge rectifier. This full wave bridge rectifier, it is a circuit arrangement which makes use of both half cycles of the input AC current and it converts into the direct current, or you may say that it converts AC voltage into DC voltage or AC current into DC current. And for this arrangement we require 4 diodes, and therefore that arrangement is known as a bridge rectifier. See this diagram. For the construction of full wave bridge rectifier, we need 4 diodes, that is diode D1, diode D2, diode D3 and diode D4, and also the load resistor. And in center tap rectifier we use the center tap transformer, but for full wave bridge rectifier we need a ordinary rectifier. This is input, that is AC supply, and this voltage is given to the secondary winding. Here we take the points, that is point A and point B. Here this is the positive terminal of diode D1, this is negative terminal. That negative terminal of diode D1 is connected to the negative terminal of diode D2. Then positive terminal of diode D2 is connected to the negative terminal of diode D3. Positive terminal of D3 is connected to the positive terminal of diode D4, and negative terminal of diode D4 is connected to the positive terminal of diode D1. And this load resistor, it is connected in between 2 points, that is M and L. Then the circuit details of full wave bridge rectifier. As we have already seen that in full wave bridge rectifier an ordinary transformer is used in place of the center tap transformer, and the circuit forms a bridge connecting by using the 4 diodes named as diode D1, D2, D3 and D4, and also the load resistor RL, it is connected in series with the diode bridge. Then how the full wave bridge rectifier operates? When an AC supply is switched on, that means when that input voltage is given, suppose it is V in, then it appears across the terminals AB of the secondary winding of the transformer, and which needs to rectify. And during the positive half cycle of the secondary voltage, the end A becomes positive and the end B becomes negative, and it is shown in this diagram. See here, during the positive half cycle, here point A becomes positive and point B becomes negative. And during the positive half cycle, the diode D1 and D3 are forward biased, and at the same timing diode D2 and D4 are reverse biased, and therefore diode D1 and D3 conducts and diode D2 and D4 does not conduct, and therefore the current, suppose I, it flows through the diode D1, load resistor RL, that is from point M to point L, and diode D3 and the transformer secondary. See this diagram. Here during the positive half cycle, this diode D1 and diode D3, they are in forward bias, and therefore they conduct, and at the same timing diode D2 and D4 does not conduct, and therefore the current is flowing through the diode D1, then through the RL, that means from point M to point L, and through the diode D3, and this arrow shows the direction of flow of current through the circuit. And the waveform of the full wave bridge rectifier is also shown in the next diagram. And during the negative half cycle, the end A becomes negative and the end B positive. It is opposite to the positive half cycle. See here, during the negative half cycle, Here point A becomes negative, point B becomes positive, and therefore only diode D2 and diode D4 conducts. Here diode D1 and D3 does not conduct, and the current is flowing through the diode D4 through the point L to M and through the diode D2. From this diagram, it is seen that diode D2 and D4 are under forward bias and the diode D1 and D3 are reverse bias, and therefore diode D2 and D4 conducts while diode D1 and D3 does not conduct, and thus the current flows through the diode D2 load resistor RL from point M to L, diode D4 and the transformer secondary, and the current flows through the load resistor RL in the same direction, that is from M to L. Here from M to L during the both the half cycles, and hence a DC output voltage V out is obtained across the load resistor because it is during the both positive cycles. Then what is the peak inverse voltage of the full wave bridge rectifier, and this is also called as PIV. When the secondary voltage attains a maximum positive value and the terminal A is positive and the point B is negative as shown in the circuit diagram. Here this point A becomes positive, point B becomes negative, and here that secondary voltage it attains a maximum positive value. Here it gives the maximum positive value, and that is called as the peak inverse voltage denoted by PIV. It is equals to Vm, and at this instant the diode D1 and D3 are forward bias and therefore they conduct current, and the terminal M attains the same voltage as that of A dash or E. So this is point A dash and this is point B dash, and this point M it attains the same voltage at point A and A dash, and whereas the terminal L it attains the same voltage as that of B dash or B. See this diagram. Here point L it attains the same voltage as that of point B and B dash, and hence the diode D2 and D4 are reverse bias, and the peak inverse voltage across both of them is Vm, and it is denoted by PIV, that is peak inverse voltage, and it is equals to Vm. See here diode D2 and diode D4 they are reverse bias, and these are the input and output waveforms of the full wave bridge rectifier. This is AC input voltage, and as we have seen in the working of full wave bridge rectifier, during the positive half cycle the diode D1 and D3 conducts and diode D2 and D4 does not conduct. They are in reverse bias. But during the negative half cycle the diode D2 and D4 conducts and diode D1 D3 does not conduct because at that time they are in reverse bias, and therefore we get the alternate voltage and current, and these are the output waveforms of the full wave bridge rectifier. Then advantages of full wave bridge rectifier. First advantage is it uses the simple small size transformer as in the half wave rectifier, and here the center tap transformer is eliminated. Second, the output is double that of the center tap full wave rectifier for the same secondary voltage because here we use the 4 diodes, and the peak inverse voltage, that is PIV, across each diode is 1/2 of the center tap circuit of the diode. Then disadvantages of full wave bridge rectifier. First disadvantage is it needs 4 diodes. Second is the circuit is not suitable when small voltage is required to be rectified, and it is because in this case The two diodes are connected in series and offer double voltage drop due to their internal resistance. And therefore, it is not suitable when small voltage is required to be rectified. And these full wave bridge rectifiers are used in mobile phones, laptops, charger circuits. They are also used in UPS circuits to convert AC into DC. They are also used in our home inverters that converts AC to DC. They are also used in LCD, LED TVs, car alternator to charge the batteries during the running of the car, and they are also used in LED driver circuits. And there are some disadvantages of full wave bridge rectifier, that it is costlier because it needs the 4 diodes. It has poor voltage regulation as it has increased voltage drop in the filter. There is loss of power in the inductor. It has increased peak diode current and it needs large values of input capacitor C1. That's all about full wave bridge rectifier. Thank you.